And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and we almost had a catastrophe. We had to pause everything by 1 minute.
The coffee pot would not quite work.
We can't have that.
We had to move it across the studio.
Yeah. We got something unplugged, not working right. And, well, we'd be grumpy is all we're saying. We don't want to be grumpy. You got to be nice to people.
We wouldn't be laughing.
Yeah. And it, really and truly, if you're sitting out there who've never had coffee in your life and you want to be a better person, get a cup. It really does help attitudes. It helps America get along.
It puts hair on your chest.
It does, except don't drink that stuff at motels. That's motor oil.
Once you have Navy coffee, you don't care.
I was in West Texas, the last hotel that I can remember staying at, and that was the worst stuff that I think I've ever attempted to drink. Unless you're stopping at a convenience store at 2 in the afternoon and have one. Because it's been there since that morning.
There was one, I'd show up in the truck, my uniform, and they say, coffee's free. I knew why. Well, nobody going to buy it.
And if I've got a white shirt on, yes, sir, Bob, I'm going to spill coffee on it. It never comes out. I cannot own a white. I got some of those Scotty Ray shirts with this white. Yeah, they're earned. It's like I'm a magnet at lunch. Whatever I eat is going to be on me. I need a bib, I guess. I'm clumsy.
I can't put a lid on my coffee cup. If I put a lid on it, I spill it.
I'm with you on that.
I have to kind of just hold it.
You ever tried to drive one-handed trying to get to a scene with a cup of coffee?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of tough, isn't it?
You
no one knows. You just got to
have that arm up so it doesn't jar.
And I can remember back in the day, now that I've gotten older, there's not as many, but the older I get, the less I care to shift gears. But I can remember back in the day of shifting gears with a cup of coffee, and you've got to, if you go to shift a gear, you've got to move the cup of coffee to this hand, then go back, and it's talent. Y'all know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, kids nowadays the whole world would be disabled if we had to go back.
But you didn't necessarily have to have a battery back in those days. Park on the hill and, well, it'd be okay.
Roll down.
That's correct. Somewhere Juan Valdez thinks us because he's out there with that donkey trying to get that coffee in somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Did he just disappear?
Because they didn't replace him when he retired, did
he? But that's not being used, is it?
Mm.
Man, what happened?
Bring it back.
I kind of like that.
Well, I know what it was. Harold moved to Clark County.
I had talked to Harold this week.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about strange people for a moment. Y'all, this is strange. Lisa Marie, have y'all been seeing the headlines on this?
I hadn't saw that.
Did you know that when her son died, she brought him home for 2 months and kept him on dry ice in the house? What funeral home approves that? That was my first question.
Well, I mean...
And then she had a tattoo after she visited him every day, whatever they done, and then she had a tattoo that was just like his, and little did she know she would be not long after him. Those pictures of her in those final days are awful. But that's odd. It may happen more than I realize, but odd is the word that is coming to mind. Have mercy.
I get this not being able to let go. I found out we were eating lunch. Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday, Monday. I found out my sister called and said, hey, my cousin died. And we're the same age. And I was like, well, so I called and talked to my uncle. He's not doing real good, got dementia. I finally got to talk to my aunt last night. And, she said, one thing is, I miss him, want to hug him, but I wouldn't want him back down here. He's pain-free where he's at. She's accepted what's happened.
And it sounds
like she never accepted what's going on.
I'll have to ask Scott about this. I didn't realize it. This morning as I was preparing for the show, I ran across Jamie Johnson's got a new song out, and I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's talking about your time on Earth, and it talks about from the moment you're born, your clock starts ticking.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end, we all want a little bit more. We do. You don't want to give it up.
Start dying the day you come.
Some folks start freezing themselves thinking that they're going to get it later. And let me tell you, you're making somebody rich and it ain't happening.
You know,
Keep dreaming.
The old saying is the worst thing we can do to our bodies is live.
I never heard that one, Odie. That is new to me because I kind of like it.
You know, there's a lot of stuff you're not familiar with.
They didn't pipe that into Scuba, Mississippi. I'm learning as I go. But that's new to me. I hadn't heard that one there.
Yeah.
Yep, rotary dials, shift phones, holding a cup of coffee, doing all that. Y'all remember that? I can see Amanda's face over there. You had a rotary phone, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
She had it also.
Sure.
Had to get that long cord.
The long cord so you could take it to the other
privacy.
room.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. Then you had to spend 5 minutes trying to get it untangled.
We've all been there. You ever pull one and it drug it down the hall?
Yep.
It happened. We'll be right back. Amanda's here to talk about what's going on. We got a big race coming up. Running.
Yep.
I'm not sure there's ever a good reason to run unless something's after you. We're going to find out why she's got people running. On the way next at the Scotty Ray Report. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit parisrents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. As we promised, we'd tell you why a good reason to run. Amanda, how in the world are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Now, I know Amanda as Amanda Harper. She's, since we graduated, got married. It is Bratu?
It's Bratu.
Bratu.
I told you that before the show.
Like I chew.
Your memory is.
Like I chew.
I'm trying to learn on it. You look as lovely as you did when we graduated.
Thank you.
But you've got a new job nowadays, and it's helping with the state games in Mississippi.
Right. I am.
So what is happening?
So we have a pumpkin run coming up Saturday, and this is a 5K, and it's out at Bonita Lakes Parks, and it's open for all ages. We have a mini run for kids under 12, which is a mile, and then the 5K for anybody else that wants to run. We're going to do a costume contest, so all ages can come out in costume.
Now, do you have to actually tote a pumpkin as you're running,
You
or
don't
is this
have to
figure?
carry a pumpkin.
Okay, I have to clarify these things for folks.
No.
You
it's
can
just-
dress up like Scotty Ray like everybody else.
Yes, you can dress up like Scotty Ray and come out. Yes, absolutely. So we're just going to come out. We're going to have a good time. Meridian Coca-Cola is going to be there. Tim Irvine with Time to Run is always going to be there.
Yeah, he
keep
does
the
that timing.
Yeah, he keeps time for us. This year we have something really special. Miss Mississippi's teen,
Yep.
Brooke Bumgardner, is going to be there with us. So we're really excited about that, to have her with us too.
The time, when does this get underway?
So we're going to be registering until about 7:45, and then the mini run starts at 8, and the 5K starts at 8:30.
Now, how do we sign up for it? Is it a simple process online, or do you do it the day of?
You either one, simple process online, stategamesofms.org, or yes, you can do it day of.
I'm one of those who go, oh, how do I do this? And then
They go,
But it is simple to do online.
It is
as
very
well, isn't
simple
it?
to do online.
And
yes.
what's the website that we go to on that?
stategamesofms.org.
Oh, that's pretty easy. It'll
Very
take you right
easy.
to it.
Yeah.
Folks, it doesn't get any lovely. She's as sweet as she can be, and she'll help you in any way that you can. It goes to a great cost. Again, give me the ages, the groups of each division.
Well, the divisions, for the fun run, the mini run, it's 12 and under.
Uh-huh.
And then the 5K is all ages. It's open to all ages. So, we have middle schoolers come and run with the 5K, high schoolers, and then we have up seniors run. And so we break them up into different categories for medals.
Okay, so on a personal level, we have to ask this because Christmas is coming. On a scale of 1 to 10, let's rate your husband on how good he's been as to how he's going to score on Christmas gifts this year. Naughty or nice?
Oh, nice.
oh, Jerry, he's always going to do something good,
Well,
isn't he?
Jerry is actually not my husband.
Oh,
Jerry's brother is my husband.
oh.
Eric is
Well,
my
I'm
husband.
sitting here got the whole thing wrong. Why didn't you
Got-
tell me that?
got
You didn't
the
ask me.
wrong-
Well, I'll
got
be
the wrong
darned.
one. Yeah.
So there's 2 Bratus. Uh-oh.
There are 2 Bratus. Yes.
So now we know.
Well,
Now you know.
darn.
Yeah.
Well, see, we learned something. Even I learned something on this show.
Yeah. Amanda, we can't thank you enough for coming in
Thank you.
and tell your husband / brother-in-law we said hello.
Well, it's husband and brother-in-law, not slash.
But yeah, that'd be that other TV show.
Husband, period, brother-in-law.
Look, I'm opening up a can of worms. We're just going to let it go away.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Please
much.
do.
Oh.
You have a great day, my friend.
Thank you. You too.
Amanda, again, with state games, the run's going to be coming up this weekend. I hope y'all can make it out for that. On the way, Scott McQuaig sings for his supper to help out some kids, as usual. That's going to be happening. We'll tell you about that next this morning. When it's time to store something, think Store Local Storage. It's conveniently located next to Northeast Park, and it's gated. On top of that, it's climate control, so no matter the season, it'll protect your things. 24-hour security, a covered loading dock, fire sprinklers, and you can choose the storage unit that suits your needs. From a 5x5 all the way up to a 10x30, you choose the space that you need. Call Store Local Storage today at 601-490-1618, Highway 39 North, Meridian. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger, plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We had somebody just walk on into the Meridian Police Department yesterday morning and said, well, I'm guilty here.
They said, uh-oh, I done seen myself on the Scotty Ray Show.
And that's it. We did have it here as we pull up the press release from the Meridian Police Department. Turned itself in around yesterday morning around 9 o'clock. Wanted for murder. And again, I want to remind you, wanted doesn't mean you're guilty until you go before that judge and they drop the gavel on this. This would happen back in June is when this murder happened. We'll see what becomes of it. It left a 24-year-old deceased with gunshots, and we hope justice is served on this. But good that he turned himself in and this didn't turn out to be a massive manhunt. We have to say thank you where we can. I want to put this out. Now, there's nothing worse. Each one of you that get up every morning like we do, you go to work, you do your thing, and then you come back and something's been stolen. This would happen off Highway 496. This camper has been stolen. I want to say this happened on around Tuesday. Highway 496. Check your cameras. The couple live in Clark County. It was parked there, gone. They just backed up to it and drove off with it. Again, the office at 482-9893. You can call Crime Stoppers. You can call 911, anything, if you happen to see anything that looks quite like this. And we're going to put this out several times for top-of-mind awareness that this has happened. It's just bad that people take things that aren't theirs.
Yeah.
Now, I teased this a minute ago that...
Get her off of there.
Well, we got somebody...
We got another scammer out here trying to
block her.
get in here.
She's gone.
Bye-bye. You're not going to bother nobody else.
She's gone. She's gone. But we had gunfire last night. And again, my inbox, cell phone started filling up with, I'm hearing gunshots, and the next thing you know, we hear that a car has been hit with gunfire. It was multiple rounds. Boom, 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 boom. And then it paused. Boom, 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 boom. Did this 2 to 3 times. And as we go back to look at this is where it ended up being when we first put it out. We knew it was somewhere between 34th and 33rd Avenue. It ended up being in the 2700 block of 33rd Avenue. Would be right past the wash house right up in here is where that would happen.
Does McGruff look meaner and older to you?
He got meaner. He's having to get tougher.
He's having to
visiting
get
Meridian.
tougher, isn't he?
Now, from what I understand, and again, how details change, but some of the witnesses were saying they thought it was a Charger, a dark colored, couldn't get colored out, Charger that drove off into the nighttime that did this. Again, fortunately, no one was hit. Miracles happen every day. A little bit later on, up Poplar Springs Drive where the split is, just to the west of there, we had more gunfire. Now, no cars or anything was hit there, but it was a lot of gunfire last night. I had several people text me and say, I'm laying on the floor with my kids, I'm scared, what do I do? And I don't always have the exact wording of what to say in these instances. I don't. I feel for you. There's nothing worse than being in your own home that you paid for, that you're terrified.
Well, we had that couple that heard gunshots, got up to go to their safe space, and ended up losing their life in their home that they had been in for years.
Yeah.
And lost their life completely feeling unsafe in their home. And that is not the way we should be living in our community.
It is not. That's a few of the headlines. We've got a lot more to talk about on this. Each year, this old boy stumbles in. He does a great cause for this benefit. And is it this weekend, Scott?
Yeah,
No,
Saturday.
Saturday night.
Starts at 6 o'clock and called it the Buckaroo Barbecue. I think the first time we did it was Kiss My Butt Barbecue, but we changed the name of it.
Didn't go over as well as you thought.
But there's no charge. All you got to do is bring lawn chairs, and all the money goes to St. Jude's.
That's a good call.
We've been raising every year anywhere from like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 every year or so. And we're going to have some couple of guests Saturday also that'll get up and speak a little bit about that was patients there, when they were young, I think. And so.
And what a lot of people don't realize with St. Jude's is the children go there and there's no charge to the family.
Right, I see it.
And it's all because people like Scott and all the people that are helping out with this step up, donate their time to help raise money.
Right, it's a great thing.
How many people help out with this event? How many behind-the-scenes people do you think there is that work with this?
Steve Sedoma does a good bit of it himself because he does it at his shop, so he's the one that has to get everything cleaned out before everybody gets there. But I'm sure 10, 12, 20 people, something like that, and we all have something to do.
Right.
So, and of course, we get there early and set up, and we're going to kick. We got Couch in the Woods with us.
We've been discussing that name. How'd they come up with that, Scott?
Man, I don't not know.
Inquiring minds would like to know.
I guess they had to play out in the woods for a while before they could.
And all they had was a couch.
Now, are they country or are they another form of music?
It's pretty much country and gospel. One of the guys is a preacher, and Marcus Linton is and he comes from a background of bluegrass pickers and stuff. Great guitar player and great singer. We had him last year and everybody really enjoyed it.
So what time does this get underway?
It starts at 6 o'clock.
Saturday night.
Yep, it goes to about 10.
So now the big question is, we've talked about this before. This is your first time doing this. Explain how to get there. This is Clarkdale community.
Right. What's the flyer say? What's the name of that road?
Clark, 145.
No, the turnoff.
Let me pull up a map here.
Gray Road. If you get to Clarkdale School, you've gone too far, because it's right. The little turn is right. They'll have some balloons out there or something, so you'll see where to turn. But
Well, on Saturday, right before you go out there for lunch, you've got to go by Sukalina Volunteer Fire Department on Highway 494 and
I'm
get
close
your fish or your chicken plate.
Sam Gray Road?
Sam Gray Road. And then after you've got that settled in, watch a little bit of football from Sukalina Fire Department, then you turn around and head out to Sam Gray Road. You can listen to Scott McQuaig. Couch in the Woods is going to be there to play a little bit.
they're going to kick it off.
Look, no entry fee, but hey, we want you to bring a donation to give to St. Jude's, and this is an awesome deal. And you've got it pulled up on the map.
Yeah,
now,
it's
don't you?
the right before you get to Clarkdale. If you get there, go turn back around, and there she is, right there.
Right.
And it's at the end down here.
Right at the very end.
All right, can't miss that. And
So
again,
then you could come down 45, take a right.
New Hope Baptist after you passed it.
45 now.
Yeah, go down 45, take a right on Luther Walker Road, and come out right beside the Superette. Take a right, and then it should be the first road on your left.
That's what it looks like.
And there you are. You'll find your way back.
Speaking of that, since you've got a guitar in your hand, I think you need to sing for yourself. What are you going to perform for us?
I already had one request from Kim and JD want to hear this song. It's Little Birds song.
Okay.
Clouds so swift, the rain won't lift, the gate won't close, the railings froze. To get your mind off winter time, you ain't going nowhere. Ooh-wee, they're riding me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, are we gonna fly down in the easy chair? Now I don't know how many letters they sent. The morning came, the morning went. To pick up your money and pack up your tent. You ain't going nowhere. Ooh-wee, they're riding me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, are we gonna fly down in the easy chair? Now buy me a flute or a gun that shoots, tailgates, substitutes. Strap yourself to a tree with roots. You ain't going nowhere. Ooh-wee, they're riding me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, now we gonna fly down in the easy chair. Now Genghis Khan, he could not keep all his kings supplied with sleep. We'll climb that hill, no matter how steep, when we get up to it. Ooh-wee, they're riding me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Whoa, now we gonna fly down in the easy chair.
Scott, I don't know if I've ever heard that song
never heard
before.
that?
I don't think so. But what's the name of it? I put him on the spot. You got to think about that.
Let me think about it for a minute.
Rodney?
You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going
Actually, it's a Bob Dylan song, and the Birds had it on their Sweethearts of the Rodeo album, which was their big,
Yeah.
big deal. So
That's a great song. We enjoyed that.
thank you.
Everybody else is bragging on you as well there. And if you want to hear a lot more of this, Scott's going to be set up this weekend as we get ready for this happening there with the kids. And I got the flyer. I want to point this out where everybody can see this if you've never been before. This is what he's doing it off for, the Buckaroo Barbecue. Saturday the 12th from 6 until 10. I hope you'll make it out for this because it is a great time. And we certainly want you to help out the children. There are so many kids. You just don't realize the amount of kids that have to have some form of a surgery, and it's no cost to them or their family to help them, especially cancer victims.
That's a huge deal that is the cancer, and no one deserves cancer, but a child does not deserve cancer.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that's one of those things you look to God and you go, why? And we don't have the answers.
No. We also did this Stephen Henderson, which was my brother-in-law at one time, and then we just wound up being best friends and hunting buddies afterwards. You know, him and Steve actually kind of started this, and I think 2016 was the first year we did it. And so Stephen passed away in 2018, so we kind of do it in his memory, you know.
So this is clocking on the 8th year of this. Would that be right?
It'll be the ninth
year
one. Of course, we didn't do it during COVID.
Nobody could do anything,
Right.
could we?
I don't think we did it 2018, the year that Stephen passed away, because we just didn't feel like doing it. You know,
Yeah.
we had to take, you know, everybody was kind of reeling from that because that was really unexpected, you know. So
Right.
But he was a great guy, and he would love this, you know, that we're still doing it, you know.
It's a good cause. We've got a lot more headlines coming up this morning. Also, we got some more music from Scott. We'll do that next in just a moment here. And we got this day in history to find out, test you if you know a few things. All that's on the way here as we begin our day together.
Y'all come on out and see us at J&J Used Cars, Highway 19 South in the southeast community. We right up the hill from the red light. Wide variety, nice quality used cars. Got 4-door Z71s. Hey, Christmas gonna be here before you know it. Wife, daughter, they will get you off your feet and back in the street. Right here at J&J Used Cars on Highway 19 South, Meridian.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Hey, this is Greg, and everybody knows I love to eat good food. So when you're out and about, come on down to Long's Fish Camp. Been here for over 50 years serving some of the South's best fried fish, hush puppies, shrimp, and hey, don't forget the coleslaw. Probably the best anywhere in the world. Excellent food, excellent service. Drive on down to Enterprise, Mississippi, and enjoy your food from Long's. Remember, at Long's, everybody's family.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. One thing that we wanted to put out this morning, this was just the other afternoon. We stood there probably live for roughly an hour as a body was found in Meridian, Highway 19. This would be near Crossroads at the gas station at the Valero. It was a female that was found there. The name has been released. As we pull this up, Lauderdale County Coroner Stella McMahon has identified her as Teresa Belvin. She was 52 years young. We do not have the cause of death yet. It is a death investigation, where we're going to word it. Could there be foul play? Could be. It could be natural causes. We don't know yet. We hope to find out more about this as it goes, and heartfelt at one of those situations. Not something our city wants to see, but the bare facts are what they are, and we give you the way it is. And when we know more, we'll tell you about that. As we get ready for the big show on Saturday night, Clarkdale community, right down from Clarkdale High School, Scott McQuaig is in the studio with us this morning, and we're forcing him to do another song here. And those shirts comfortable? I like the looks of that. Is that a comfortable?
Pretty comfortable.
Those Wrangler shirts?
Yeah.
Back in the, is that Snaps? Back in the day, you used to,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Snap shirts, they're back in style.
I'm uptown.
He is uptown. I like those.
Easy to get on.
What you gonna do for us,
Y'all hear
Scott?
me good enough?
Yes, can everybody hear Scott good?
Okay. Here's one off the first album we still get requests for all the time, and that, like I said, I was telling you, it fills the dance floor up. You know.
Oh, it does.
I'll send this out to Myrna Crane. She likes this. Carolyn Smith. When I walked in the room and looked in, I messed it up already. You were still mine, and then I remembered that it's been so long since I held you close while the band played our song. So would you like to dance with an old memory? Go back in time like it used to be. Does your heart still burn for an old flame like me? Would you like to dance with an old memory? When we're close together, that old feeling starts, and it's just like we've never drifted apart. We both burned some bridges, we both made mistakes, but tonight let me hold you just for old time's sake. So would you like to dance with an old memory? Go back in time like it used to be. Does your heart still burn for an old flame like me? Would you like to dance with an old memory? Does your heart still burn for an old flame like me? Like to dance with an old memory.
And the rest of the world is getting shut out on this. One of the greatest singer-songwriters has ever been, Scott McQuaig, and I stand by that. Scott is the best,
Well,
and I hate the Country Music Hall of Fame will not have you in it because you deserve to be there, Scott.
Hey man, I'm happy where I'm at. I wouldn't want to
I understand that, but I'm telling you, it's a shame the rest of the world never got to know Scott as we have in our community.
Well,
because he's got it. It's there.
He's getting there. He's releasing new songs and CDs out.
And it's nothing about girls on tailgates being drunk on a dirt road. They're normal, everyday country songs. It happens that way.
Of course, we did all that when we was young, but we didn't write songs about it.
Right, yeah. But they don't know how to do anything but that now. And you got to have
Whoever did that first one, man, that was it. Then,
yeah.
Everyone
turned into rap, and we don't know what it is anymore. And there's nothing wrong with having that type of music, but don't tell me that it's country.
Right.
Have your own style, do your own thing, but if it ain't country, it ain't country. Let's step back in time and go back to 1781. This would be the last battle of the American Revolutionary War. It happened today. Old General was there, George Washington there. It wouldn't be long that, well, the embarrassed dude would have to get somebody else to surrender his sword to General George Washington. Y'all don't know the sacrifices that man made. History has forgotten what this was all about, of what really went on. People overlook the true facts nowadays, and I hate that.
They call it freedom, and people nowadays do not understand how the freedom came about and the suffering that took place to get to
Valley
where
Forge.
we are. Man, if you have a chance to go overseas to another country, go look. And when you get home, you'll kiss the ground that you come from.
This old boy liked it so much he wanted to come over here. Well, he stayed a while. Y'all remember John Lennon? Born on this day, back in 40. I didn't realize it was 1940 that he was born. He was what, 80, 81, somewhere along in there that he lost his life?
1980, I think.
1980? So he was roughly 40 years old when that happened.
He was young.
as we go back to a number one that happened on this date. Have you ever performed I'm Moving On? Hank Snow had a number one with it.
I don't think so.
And I'm Moving On.
That's a good song, though.
It was. Hank Snow was like the biggest thing in country music during the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Big. And this next guy that we bring up, I've never seen him in any other thing other than The Bodyguard. Now, I think he had other films, but I didn't notice it. Do you remember in The Bodyguard, right when he asked the camera guy the question? That guy on the left there, Robert Wool.
He's been in a lot of movies.
You recognize his face?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies.
That's the only one that I can mentally identify him with. It's funny how you do that. She's had to.
But she could talk. You can understand her.
Yeah, her husband, you can't. Sharon Osbourne, born in 52 on this. Does anybody know what he's really trying to say? It's just,
Yeah. Oof.
man alive.
I wish they'd hurry up and go back to
Pretty
England
bad
because they
shape
kept
now.
saying they would.
I remember the first time I saw this guy was in a TV show called Taxi. And he would later grow up to be the monk. Y'all remember him?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his last name. So I'm not-
Shaloub.
Yeah.
Tony Shaloub.
Don't they have some shoes named after that now?
No, you're. What is the name of
Shaloub.
that? Shaloub.
If
Yeah.
you say it fast, it sounds the same thing.
There you go.
This next guy, he was always funny with the part that he played. Everybody really liked the show about nothing. His name was John O'Hurley, born in 1954, is one of the main bosses there of, what's her name? What was her, Julie, was that her name on there?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's her real name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Julie is her Dreyfus something.
Julie Dreyfus. Something.
Elaine.
Elaine, yeah.
Went
She
blank
could
there.
dance.
She could. She'd just keep her
Oh,
political
man.
beliefs to herself.
Well,
Saw her
all
this week. The first time I saw this guy was he had a little computer and a friend that had a cigar, and it was Ziggy. And he
Yeah.
would jump places. Leap.
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap. Then he would go on to do CSI. You remember Scott? You pronounce it. How you say it, Scott?
Bacula?
Yeah,
Back-
him.
Yeah, something like it.
He's a good actor. Now, I like those the Quantum Leaps. It was always interesting as to what part of history he ended up in. Sometimes he'd be a woman, sometimes he'd be a man, and whoop, there he was. Now, I don't. Do y'all remember the soundtrack to Eddie and the Cruisers? On the Dark Side.
Yeah.
Man, I love that.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's Michael. How you pronounce that?
Paris.
Paris is having a birthday today. He was the singer of that. He was saying that Eddie and the Cruisers.
That was a great movie.
It was. it takes you back. Could it have happened?
Yeah.
Tender Moment was another one that came out of that. On the Dark Side and Tender Moment were the two that stick out from the movie. Eddie and the Cruisers. And then they had that remake to where he's a construction worker years later.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad, not bad. Hit the road, Jack. It was
Don't
19.
you come back no more, no more.
You know the song.
Well, yeah.
It's been recorded by a lot of folks, but he had the big one there. 1961 as Ray Charles hit the stage with that. It went number one today.
We did a wedding one time, and the bride requested us to play that song, and I was like,
Could
okay. We played it.
You did?
Already?
I'm just trying to get that in my head of how Scott
Yeah.
would sound singing "Hit the Road, Jack." Let's see here. 1973. Oh, this shook America. I think more women cried with this as anything as Elvis and Priscilla. We can go on with suspicious minds. It really hit that moment. I'm still shocked. This next guy was born. Every one of us watched this at some point in time. And this one day
Some
he
of it
goes,
we had to.
he goes, bye. I'm going to college. I'll see y'all later. And he didn't come back. Blues Clues. Steve Burns was born on this date.
Huh.
And it was just like that. He didn't do anything. People speculated for the longest. And he just wanted to go to college and be normal again. And off he went.
Good
Quit.
for him.
1981, this guy was born. We all watched it over the fence, so to speak, didn't we?
Well, that one guy did. That's all he saw, just his eyes.
Ty Bryan was born on this day. He was one of the kids in Tim the Tool Time show. I don't remember the kids' names, but
Yeah, I don't either.
we all remember that. And then the assistants. You always got to have a good assistant. I didn't even know that this happened. It's been so long ago, but it bombed. It was so bad that they canceled it not long after that. But for a short time in 1986, Joan Rivers became the host of The Tonight Show.
Wow.
The Late Show. I said that wrong. The Late Show.
Okay.
It didn't last long. They took it away from her, even though she had Cher and Pee Wee Herman all in the same audience.
Well,
Yeah, that's not two things that would make me tune in, but
no.
that little squeaky voice. I can remember mowing grass and buying. I had $9, and the cassette I think was $7 for this. I had to have it. Merle Haggard, Willie, Yesterday's Wine.
Oh, yeah.
I love that cassette, and I bought it with my grass money. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Good stuff.
You didn't do a GoFundMe?
There was no such thing as that when I grew up. I had to look far and wide to get a picture of this young lady. I almost took the cake because it was such an iconic scene from the movie Under Siege. Do y'all remember that, where she pops up out of the cake?
Yep.
And the ship has been taken over by the bad guys. It premiered there. That was I loved Under Siege. That was back when he was really good. Above the Law. Do y'all remember all that? Mm-hmm. Steven Seagal. He was, and it just seemed like overnight he just quit making movies.
You see him doing that karate stuff on.
Yeah.
Is that for real?
And he's a cop now.
Yeah, a real cop somewhere.
He is?
Yeah, down in Louisiana.
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay, I'll take that.
Maybe.
This may be a great singer. I just don't identify with him. And again, I quit listening to radio in 2011, and I ain't been back. But maybe he's big now. I'm not sure. Scotty McCreery.
So when we went to see Brooks and Dunn last year, he opened for them and put on an awesome show.
But I can't name one song that he's done.
But I think he's pretty big still.
He is.
Yeah.
It's very few that have made it from the shows that your Carrie Underwoods and that have made it. Some of them you never hear from again. It was 1993. I just need one more last chance, as Vince Gill would have the number one today. And of course, who could forget George being on the lawnmower in that?
Right.
Goes back to him being arrested for DUI on a John Deere lawnmower. More than one way to get to the liquor store.
That's right.
Take my keys.
That's right.
And that's a little walk back in history of what happened today. A few of the things you'll remember. Some, well, it's good to remember. Robin says he is a good country singer. Tony is headed off to North Carolina. Be careful in that area there. A lot that we're hearing coming out of North Carolina of it's bad there.
Oh, I know.
And
pray for our
talking
brothers
about
and sisters.
that, we've got a family that was from here and now live in Asheville, and they're going back Saturday. He's taking a U-Haul, and they're going back to nothing. And we're collecting donations for him to take back with him for his entire community. I don't know, and I hadn't really studied a whole lot. They're saying that a lot of these supplies are being confiscated and not let through. Well, with him being from there and going back, these supplies are going to go with him all the way into Asheville for the community there. And we're taking donations at Lima, 2525 14th Street, across from Fire Station number 1. Got to have everything Friday afternoon at the latest, so we can get everything loaded up. But they need some non-perishable food. They need jackets, winter clothes, blankets, all sizes. The community's full of from kids to adults, and they don't have anything. Chainsaw gas, if you can get some in the little gallon jugs, it's pre-mixed and everything else. And somebody said, can we donate cash? Yes. Quentin Mitchell with Mitchell Wrecker, he is donating, I forgot, I got to go by and pick up gas cans for him today, that he is donating 16, 18 gas cans. And with the cash, we're going to fill those gas cans up and send that back so they can have for their generators and everything. And we're going to take some of the cash and send back with him as well. But if you have any of those, or you just want to give anything, bring it by the office. They're on 14th, the old Bell South building, and we will make sure they get that loaded up Friday afternoon to take back to Asheville.
Also, our friends down in Clark County are kind of doing the same thing that we are, as they've got an 18-wheeler set up that they're filling up as our friends at Clark County Hot Topics. They're going to load this and have this delivered to North Carolina also. So there's several ways that you can help out.
Yeah.
And we do hope that you will do that if you can. Imagine waking up and not having anything. And it can happen to anybody watching right now.
You leave your home, and when you go back, there is no home. And it's not like you can go around and pick your stuff up, because nothing that you've had is anywhere around there.
Hey, we want to remind y'all that this guy is watching you, because I think sometimes during the year you forget. Ooh. But Santa Claus is watching you. Don't y'all be shooting up on 39. He's out there.
Well, you know what keeps Santa Claus going all year long while he's watching?
What's that?
A Coca-Cola.
Well, there you go.
A Coca-Cola from Meridian Coca-Cola Bottling Company. He is scarfing them things down. Greg, he's stuck on a diet Coke. But me and you like just plain old regular Coke, vanilla Coke. Amy, she's a big vanilla Coke. But get you a Coca-Cola. Man, you can't beat that good cold Coke going down.
You can't. They'll take care of you. Hey, and we'll tell you about this coming up. We've got the voter. We've got the actual ballot, a sample ballot for you to look at what's coming November the 5th. We'll do that next. More music from Scott McQuaig as this morning travels along.
Here at Meridian Cycles, customer service is our #1 priority. And when you buy any Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, CF Moto, or Suzuki ATV or side-by-side, we're going to give you your first oil change absolutely free, because we service everything we sell here at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North, or call us 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
That's our cue to talk again.
Julie, if you call my office at 8 o'clock, 482-9852. Charlie answered the phone, talked to him, 482-9852.
And ask him about his friend Jennifer. It never hurts to bring that up.
Yeah, I mean,
I think there's something going on
I
there.
do, too. I don't care what neither one of them say.
I know. I get the feeling, I'm sitting there trying to eat my peas.
What she said the other
they're
day,
winking at one another. And
yeah. Why do you get his food first?
Yeah, just something fishy there. As I mentioned, the election is coming, and I had no idea there were so many people running for president. Really, here's the sample ballot from the Lauderdale County office there. Donna Jill sent this over to us. On the Democrat side, we've got Kamala and Waltz, if I pronounced his name right. Then we have a Libertarian I've never heard of. We've got the Green, hadn't heard of them. Of course, we've got Donald on the Republic, and then we have 4 independents running for president. I thought it was going to be 2 choices on the ballot. Man, choices. As we also will have United States Senate, Roger Whittaker, or tie, Democrat, Republican there. We only have 1 running for 3rd Congressional District. And then we've got the Supreme Court Justice. We've had Jennifer in with us. You'll also have Byron Carter. Is that Ciola James? Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Jim Kitchens and Abby Gate Robinson are all running for that office. And then we've got 1 here running for Court of Appeals, District 3. Now, here's the rest of that. Let me zoom in on this where you can see this. Again, this is the sample ballot. Special at Whitney is the only one running for Lauderdale County tax assessor. We also got Chuck Overby unopposed. Go Chuck. Also, we've got for election commissioner, Awana Simmons, election commissioner, Russell Keene, and also Josh Thompson, and along with school board, Brad Piggott. So that is what the ballot is going to look like in Lauderdale County. We would also like one from our surrounding counties. If you're watching, if you could send that to us so we can post that also from your county of what you've got going on.
Yeah.
And if I don't hear from you, I'll start calling you. Ring-a-ling-ling. Speaking of ring-a-ling-ling, Scott, how's everything on your side of the room?
Good, man. It's good. Had a request from Lou Cobbler. Excuse
What's
me.
Lou doing this morning?
Wanting to hear a song, I guess. Probably drinking
Putting up
coffee
with
or whatever.
Clayton?
Yeah, putting up with Clayton.
Bless her.
I know. We lost another good friend this summer, an old drummer of ours, Mike Ellis, and he used to sing this song all the time with Britt, so we'll do this for old Mike, too. And I heard you like this song, too. I got a star on my car and one on my chest, a gun on my hip, the right to arrest. I'm the guy who's the boss on this highway, so watch out what you're doing when you're driving my way. If you break the law, you hear from me, I know. I'm working for the state, I'm the highway patrol. Well, you know me when you see me, my door's painted white, a siren screaming, a flashing red light. I work all day and I work all night, just keeping law and order, trying to do what's right. If I write you out a ticket, then you better drive slow. Doing my job on the highway patrol. I'm the highway patrol, the highway patrol. My hours are long and my pay is low. I'll do my best to keep you driving slow. Doing my job on the highway patrol. If you're driving too fast like you shouldn't do, you can bet your boots I'm coming after you. If you want to race and get out to why not? If you run away, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm here to keep all the speeders driving slow, doing my job on the highway patrol. I'm the highway patrol, the highway patrol. My hours are long and my pay is low. I do my best to keep you driving slow, doing my job on the highway patrol. Doing my job, I'm the highway patrol.
Junior Brown done that song originally there, and
Man, that
I'm
was
always
good.
torn in between, do I like that or are you wanted by the police and my wife thinks you're dead?
I fought the law and the law want, you know that one.
Junior Brown, he steel guitar. He was different, wasn't he?
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix called him the best. Steve Ray Vaughan called him the best guitar player in the world.
If y'all have never watched a video of this guy, he looks a little different. He's got a pointed cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah.
Always wears a suit, and he's what do you call what he plays? It was special made. What is it?
Well, it's a steel guitar and a Telecaster combined. I forget what they call it.
But it's neat looking.
Yeah,
Junior Brown.
He tears it up too, man.
Do you remember there was another guy years ago that little scrawny guy, and I think his name was also Junior Brown, blonde-headed kid. He didn't make it.
I don't remember him.
Van Mack, where are you when I need these answers? Van can always remember those artists who didn't make it. Hey, we wanted to say a big thank you to Citizen Solly while he was on vacation. He sent us in a picture yesterday as he made it to the Statue of Liberty.
All right.
Look at, I've never been there. Billy Solly made it there, and he's taking a picture for us, and we do appreciate that.
It's a good picture. He must have got him a new camera.
I'm thinking his wife took that picture.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess.
He just said, Miss Diane, if you would take a picture of that.
Focus up for me. Now, you don't see this every day, and as I talked to you last night, this is probably one of the best comments that, man, those repo guys have really taken it to an extra level now. As we're at the Al's gardening gift yesterday, this is what was coming by.
A repo man's been busy.
That's how you do it right there.
You don't see that every day in our neck of the woods, but interesting there. That's how it's all done.
Hey,
You've got to train. You've got to do stuff like that. And, man.
To my knowledge, no one dropped it.
Yeah.
We want to remind you that today a street's going to be closed. This will cause just a little bit of rough. Right here, the street here next to the hospital up here,
8th Avenue.
going to be closed for a portion. Most of the day, they're doing some work. Then they've got a crane coming in, so you need to go around the block to miss that. You can go right down to the gas station, take the next right, and come back up and jump on 18th. Just a little bit of inconvenience for today. One thing that is happening all down I-20 yesterday, there was chains, I think, that were dragging that caught several fires. This happened out in Bailey. The Bailey Volunteer Fire Department had to jump out and put out a fire that broke loose in the bushes. So
yeah, it's dry. The wind's blowing. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks is not a good time to do a lot of burning. And if you start doing enough burning, it's going to get out. It's going to get out of control. Just hold off. Just wait a little while before you do that.
hey, I found another job in life that I don't want to do. I stood there as I thought, not me. I ain't getting in that bucket.
But you know, so a little at a time, baby steps, baby steps. We got Scotty Ray up on top of the 11th floor at the boxcar on top of the Marriott, and that was
Scary.
After a few minutes, he goes, you know, it's not bad. I'm starting to get used to it and all that. Baby step, we're going to get you on one of those.
I'm going to
Give us
lose
about a
weight
year.
because did you notice that floor was giving as I walked across it?
that was something in your mind because if it didn't move with Greg,
It was squishy, I tell y'all.
But we're getting y'all a little bit going. So
Man, I'm telling you, I was close. We'll talk about that on Friday when all of us were there. But damn, it had my heart going pitter patter. It has been the last time I was in the 3-foot building, I had to crawl out of the elevator because the elevator wouldn't go all the way to the floor, and it would stop halfway, and you had to physically jump up on the floor to get out of the elevator.
So that's the first time you've been in an elevator
Since then, and I had swore I would never do it again. And I guess it goes, you'll eat your own words. Be careful what you say, what you won't do. I felt guilty and gave in to peer pressure. But I did do it. So we'll talk about that on Friday as we come up. But we got more coming up with Scott as we get ready for the big fundraiser for St. Jude's this weekend. It's going to be happening in the Clarkdale. He's going to do some more music for us. We want you to come out and help. You'll hear a little Junior Brown. You'll hear a little country music. Always good stuff that comes from Scott and his band and all the other musicians that are going to give their time to be a part of this. We'll be right back.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back.
Here we go.
Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and this is. You haven't even said it yet.
I know it. It's hump day. We've been going. Yeah, Terry, we still need everything for the victims in Asheville, North Carolina. Non-perishable food, jackets, winter clothes, blankets, chainsaw, gas and oil, cash. We're going to go get gas and fill up. We've got right at about 25-gallon jugs. We're going to try and fill up what we can. And Quentin Mitchell's helping us with the gas cans. and getting those. But whatever you can give, whatever you can donate for anybody, bring by the office, Lima office there on 14th Street, and we'll help you. Julie, call 482-9852, and let's get them some help.
Good morning, Frederick. Appreciate you joining. Carl also joining us. Beverly. One thing that always happens when it comes to a storm, there's always a crook in the crowd. And that can be an established business or those fly-by-night people. We're seeing that hotels across it are still open from there to Georgia are charging anywhere from $500 to $700 a night now.
And everybody that's leaving Florida, it's absolutely crazy. Have you seen the amount of money that's coming in from these other countries that we've helped? Have you seen how much they've got collected?
Zero.
Ding, ding, ding.
And there ain't going to be none, Odie.
And they ain't going to bring none. But,
and here's the second part of this is things are torn up from storms. Y'all watch you deal with it. I was reading a story here, a widower, $27,000 ripped off from a roofer that was going to fix her house. And there ain't no replacing it when you can't go back to work. Right. It's what you get each month is all you got. Whether you and your husband or spouse, whatever it was, had a savings account. Once that's gone, it's gone.
Yep. Putting $50 a month back, so one day they'd have something, and then some lowlife comes in a devastating time and steals that money. I'm telling you.
Price gouging, that's the word for it there.
Yeah, he'll pay for that.
You will.
You're right. You're right.
It's ugly.
The judge you go sit in front of then,
yeah, y'all gonna think Nick Lisi's lied on you once you make it to that next one. He's a little bit more serious there. Scott, as always, what do you feel like you need to sing here for us?
Well, you always like that song, It Won't Be Long. I think
man. Now, for those who've never heard this, I want you to really pause what you're doing for just a moment and listen to Scott on this. This is one of the most touching things that I have ever heard. It'll move you. It touches me, and I hope you'll listen to this. Here's Scott McQuaig.
Well, the trees are turning, and you know it won't be long. The leaves will fall, and then one morning you just wake up and they're gone. An empty place around the table, a number still in my phone. And though it seems like it will be forever, it won't be long. God, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. And I wonder if they're ever waving to us, or for a time do we just fade away? But it don't really matter. If I'm right or wrong, if I have to wait a lifetime, it won't be long. Won't be long, 'cause 30 years is gone in a minute. The world seems smaller now, and the sky looks kinda different. And Won't be long in this place I don't belong. It's not my home. It won't be long. The colors come and go, and before I know, there's less in front of me than behind. And you think the tears have all run dry, but they fill up in my eyes every time I have to tell someone goodbye. But it won't be long, 'cause 40 years is gone in a second. The world seems stranger now, and the sky not so distant. It won't be long in this place I don't belong. It's not my home. It won't be long, this journey that we're on. It won't be long.
Man.
Scott McQuaig, and it won't be long. You'll be able to hear that in so many other hits. That is one of the most touching things that I've ever heard. Written by Scott.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Touching.
It was
We
sitting
like
down. I was the guy that got to put it on paper. That's all. That's all I had to do with it.
Come from above, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Now, remind us of where you'll be Saturday night and why we're helping these kids.
We're having our Buckaroo barbecue, and it's the Steve Sonoma's place out there on Sound Gray Road. It's out by Clarkdale School, and all the proceeds go to St. Jude's, and all you have to do is bring a lawn chair. You get to listen to some great music and eat some great food, and throw in a hat whatever you can. We've been having great years so far, and we're just excited to do it again. And we're gonna have some special guests that were actual patients at St. Jude's, like when they were growing up and things. They
Right.
get up and talk, and so it's gonna be a lot of fun. It starts at 6 o'clock, and it'll probably go to about 10 or so.
Highway 145 is where you'll find all this, right? If you make it to the school, you've gone too far,
That's right.
turn around, go back.
That's right. We'll probably have some balloons or something up there at
Make it stick
the little
out.
road. You miss it if you're not looking at it. So, but we'll have a marker there or something.
Well, Scott, thank you for coming in this morning and
thank
sharing
you.
it with
I
us.
appreciate y'all having me.
Scott McQuaig, one of the best we've got in Meridian. We do appreciate him here this morning. Odie, you've got some birthdays?
Yeah, Christy, you brought something, new puzzles and books for kids, toys. Yes, I hadn't thought about that. And everybody that's on here, a lot of people's got friends and family that live in Florida from here, and I've got friends and family that live down there. Anywhere from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. was when this thing's going to hit tonight. Prayers for everybody, So
I got an aunt and uncle down there. They're staying, riding it out. So
yeah,
they live just a little west of Tampa, no, of Ocala.
Ocala?
Oh,
yeah, that's
wow.
right in the eye of all this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's tough. Pray for them. That's right. Our friend Merritt Berry's having a birthday.
Is he?
You can believe that? Yeah. Tony Keller, we've got her down for having a birthday. Paula Richards is having a birthday. Holly Hudnall Whitehead's got a birthday. Katie Grisham, Susan Boatner Henry, Bryant and Felicia Chisholm, 25-year anniversary. Daisy Tisdale.
How old is old Daisy?
91 years young today. Wow. Dalton and Hannah Teague celebrating 3 years of marriage. Happy birthday and happy anniversary to each and every one of you.
Odie, we've gotten an update on the hurricane since we've gone live from the National Hurricane Service as we go back here. It is now a Cat 4. It's degraded a little bit down to 155 miles an hour. We have 918 millibars on this storm as we look at this.
Wow.
It is still on track to come landfall. Now, again, this is going to be somewhere in between 9 p.m. and just past midnight, depending upon how it speeds up, slows down. And again, looking right at, here's Sarasota. It looks like it's coming ashore.
That's where my dear friends are at.
Right there. as a Cat 4. Now, what we're looking at tonight, 132-mile-an-hour wind sustained with gusts of 161 miles an hour is what we are expecting. It can go up, it can go down. That's what's forecasted at this point. If you'll look at this, this is Sarasota. This is the eye, just the eye. And let me turn this on where we can click here.
They're hoping that this eye does not redevelop again for this storm, where it would grow back to a 5. This is a major deal.
Longboat is where that is. And I want y'all to back up and look at this. This is here's Tampa, here's Clearwater, all the way down to Port Charlotte, right there in this little town right there. K-O, how you pronounce that, Odie? Paloo?
I can't see that far. I got to redo the prescription on these here.
Yeah, right in that area there's where it's going to be. The next biggest city is going to be right there at Fort Myers. All of that area is forecasted to get this storm. Venice.
15 feet of water. 15 feet. You know, that's everything. That's halfway up your second story.
Now, let me go here to the National Hurricane Center as we look at all of this, of the forecast discussions and everything that's going on here. Of pulling up, let me go back here and hit this screen before we go out, Odie. Here is from the National Hurricane Center. This is the warnings that have been issued right there. That's where it is. That's where it's coming. Hurricane warning, all in that red. It's going to be a 1 on this other side once it comes out. This is as serious as it gets. We want y'all to take this. Here's the discussion that has gone on. We've put the latest there. We want you to be safe. Pray for those that need help. This is going to be bad. There's people that are trapped now. Even if they wanted to get out, there's no way to get out. Traffic is horrendous. I want to say airports have already shut down.
Airports have shut down. The problem is now there was so much traffic trying to leave that the gas delivery trucks were having a hard time getting to the gas stations. Cars were running out of gas. They couldn't make it to the gas station, and now it's almost too late to start that travel to even get out. I feel so sorry. I messaged Tracy yesterday, and her husband was already able to get to St. Louis, and she was headed out yesterday, getting out of Sarasota. And my cousins are all down there. I got to try and make contact with them and make sure everything's good. But this is absolutely 100% not a thing to play with. None. Devastation. Not been hit. This area hadn't been hit in over 100 years.
We have another tornado warning that has been issued. This will last until 9:45 this morning. This is going to be for Eastern Collier County, Miami-Dade, and Broward County until 9:45 as we look at this. Serious storm. We have 58-mile-an-hour shear winds, and as we look at this radar, we got another one here that is tracking that could possibly be a tornado within this cell.
Man, that is
Here's
terrible.
Coral Springs. This is going to be right above Muskogee Indian Village. And if you'll click right there, it's right there at the Indian Village. Mart Law, Seminole. Those areas, y'all take heed. There is a tornado warning for your area now. And they're going to spawn off all day with this. We want to say God bless and big thank you for joining us. And as always, you've got a Bible verse for us to leave with, Odie.
Especially right now, we need to give Lord his due and bring him back in to save us, because he's the only way we can be saved. And we're going to go to Romans 8, verse 11, where it says, "But if the spirit of him that raised up Jesus from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Christ from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you." It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter where your heart is or was. What matters is you ask the Lord to forgive you of your sins, come into your life, shed his blood for you, and you too will be saved. No matter what, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, God himself and the Trinity, will make a difference in your life. And whatever you've done, he said, forget it, for now you are new in me. Woo! Golly, that is something. Be with all our friends in Florida. Continue to be with all of our friends in North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, that's gone through everything from Helena and what's coming through with Florida. We need more Lord and Jesus Christ in our lives and our country today than more than ever. But we'll be back tomorrow. Friday's coming. Until then, remember, there's one thing else for sure. We love you.